Hello everyone, I'm here to bring you a quick overview of the Storybook Dining at Artist Point. This is within the gorgeous Wilderness Lodge Hotel at Disney World. It's near Magic Kingdom. It is actually a remodeled version of the original Artist Point restaurant. When you walk in, it is very beautiful. There is fairy tale-like music playing, and there is this amazing tree that reaches all the way up to the cathedral ceilings, covered in twinkly lights that change color depending on the characters that are out and also the mood of the restaurant. Each table featured this multi-level tree-like stand. This stand will be holding the shared food that you'll have with your table. And that brings us to the dining experience. This is a shared dining experience. Everyone shares tiny versions of all of the appetizers, and you also share tiny versions of all the desserts, and then you get your own main course. For the 3 appetizers, we were served a mushroom bisque, which we were told was actually a nod to the menu of the original Artist Point restaurant. We also had the Hunter's Terrain, which was kind of this, meat jam plate, and also the Wicked Shrimp Cocktail. I'm not a huge seafood fan, but the table told me that the shrimp cocktail was delicious. I also didn't really eat much of the Hunter's Terrain, but again, the consensus was that it was good. The thing we all loved, though, was the mushroom bisque. It was delicious. I definitely could have eaten more of it. Next, on to the main courses. They did have a nice, varied selection. So at our table, 2 of us got the prime rib. That is what I had. It was incredible. It came with this popover that was so good, but that prime rib was just cooked perfectly. It was delicious. It also was paired with this horseradish mashed potatoes. I'm not a huge fan of horseradish, but in the potatoes, it was actually really good. So I was pleasantly surprised. I really liked it. And then someone else at our table actually got the Magic Mirror slow braised veal shank. She said it was really good. And then our final party member got the special, I can't remember the exact name or what it was. It wasn't really quite like a soup, and it featured some certain fish and different seasonings. It sounded really unique, and the person who ordered it said it was good as well. So that meant of the menu items, including the off-menu item that we ordered, we all liked our food a lot. So there's technically 4 desserts, but we're gonna get to the last one in a second. The 3 main desserts were the poison apples, which were dark cherry apple mousse with a sour center, and the fairy tale gooseberry pie, which was a gooseberry filling with a meringue top. And then also the miner's treasure, which was a sponge cake with chocolate gems that kind of reminded me of like a better tasting M&M, and also a berry panna cotta, which was sweet and really good. And then they brought out a signature item of the restaurant, which was the Hunter's Gift to the Queen, which you remember in the story of Snow White. He gives her the heart of Snow White in a box. Even in the movie, it was not really her heart. Obviously, in real life, also not a heart. But it was a maple popcorn and several chocolate ganache hearts. They served it in a box full of dry ice, so when they opened it up, it rolled out. It was really fun. One thing I want to note is that our menu was slightly different than the menu that they kind of list online, so be aware that they might seasonally change things. I'd also like to mention, while we're talking about the dining aspect of the restaurant, that they had several drinks, some alcoholic, some not, that were very well themed for the restaurant. They also have a separate menu for children that's a little more kid-friendly. So moving on to the character part of this meal, the characters were amazing. They were really on point. So what you have typically, they say it could change, but I've never seen it be anything else, is Dopey, Grumpy, Snow White, and the Evil Queen. It's very fun because they introduce them by the lights on the trees change and twinkle, and they have a special music for the characters. They come out, they do a little kind of dancey walk around a section of the restaurant, and then they go to specific tables to do their meet and greets.
Grumpy and Dopey are on their way to join in your adventure. Please give a big welcome to Grumpy and Dopey.
Everyone except the Evil Queen. She kind of comes out, scowls at everyone, and then she goes to a specific spot that has a backdrop for photo ops. They do have a Disney PhotoPass person there, but you are welcome to take your own pictures as well. For the Evil Queen, you go to her, she doesn't come to you.
Every fairy tale has a villain, and our story is no different. Lords and ladies, please welcome the Queen.
full of adults. We thought the character meetings were great. In true Disney fashion, they really went with the characters. They had fun with us. We really appreciated them. We're doing well. You look handsome tonight. I'll get you. Just coming, y'all. Someone grumpy. Hi. You having a bad night? Yeah. The evil queen was hilarious. She asked me if I was having a good time. I said yes, and she said, well, at least one of us is, which I thought was really charming and funny. So with all that being said, how would I rate the Storybook Dining with Snow White at Artist Point? I would actually rate it very high. There have been some mixed reviews out there about it, but I found it to be wonderful. I thought the food was impeccable, the characters were on point, and the restaurant setting was gorgeous. Honestly, I can't wait to go back. Thank you so much for watching this overview of the Storybook Dining with Snow White at Artist Point. Be sure to check out the other content on our channel, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any of the fun. That's it for now, Jammers. We'll see you real soon.